Well, our guest in this segment is an old friend, a guy I've admired for a great many years, Frank Mitchell, with words of advice on how to manage your money. Frank, good to have you, buddy.
Thank you. Emphasis on the old friend, I'm sure, right?
Well, we
go
both got
back.
the
we go
white
back.
hair going.
Yeah.
You're in financial planning now, am I right?
Yeah, and the old joke is I hope you can predict the markets better than you predicted the weather. That's pretty much what I'm used to.
Now, that's not fair.
I know. But yeah, I am. And I love it. And it reminds me of what I used to do because I'm still helping people, but now on the financial side.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it? I mean, are you really liking it?
I like it when the market's up.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't control that part, but I love seeing people into retirement, putting a plan in place, seeing them retire and have money to live on for the rest of their life. That's
You've
my
always
goal.
had the kind of personality that I wished for.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You walk around with a plus sign hanging over your head.
Oh, thanks.
And I've seen you on days that I know things were going south for you, and yet you were always positive. Always,
well, you got to, right? I
Yeah,
mean, you got to go on the air. If you're sick, if you're depressed, if something's wrong, you still got to put on that game face.
How soon should anyone start financial planning for their lives?
Yesterday.
Really?
Yesterday. You know, the thing is, though, it's real simple. The younger you are, the less you got to put away. I have people in their my youngest clients are 18, but they put $50 a month in. But imagine $50 a month for the rest of your life, and you can actually increase it as you make more money. So the bottom line is this, and you can see on the screen there, basically, you just take your salary and your age, and you can figure out how much you should have saved by now. So typically, age 30 to 40, you should have 2 to 4 times your salary, and then obviously it goes higher. And you could do that as your salary increases as you get older. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line, Sam, is if you wait until you're in your 50s, you got a lot of catching up to do.
Boy, you do.
Yes.
But you know, we've gone through several periods when it was beyond difficult to save. Mm-hmm. Particularly if you were a college student, racking up college debts.
That's right.
Student loan debts and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, you come out going, whoa, what just happened?
Right.
You know, I mean,
right.
So they have to really essentially start older than the recommended 18 or so.
Correct, and then they got to put more away.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is this, is people are living longer than they expect to, and because of medical expenses, it's going to cost them more in retirement. So it makes it more important now to have enough saved up. So a 401k, great. You still could start a Roth. There's more things you can do than what your employer provides. And even 401ks are going away. So,
I had heard that they were kind of...
Yeah, like pensions, yeah.
Dropping to the wayside.
Yeah.
We have another chart that she's going to put up for us.
Okay.
That Emily has, I think, there we go in the control room.
The recession.
These are, everybody's concerned, and justifiably, about the impending doom.
Right.
And I'll get into the reasons here in a minute. But
sure.
Recession indicators.
Yeah, so it's one of the most common questions I get is the next recession. We keep pushing it out and pushing it out. So these are the indicators. These are the things that have to happen ahead of time. And we're talking well ahead of time. So declining corporate profits, that's probably the only thing we would see right now because of the foreign trade deals. But the inverted yield curve means that when the near-term interest rates get higher than long-term interest rates. That happened briefly earlier this year, but it's back to normal now. Rising unemployment we don't have, declining housing starts we don't have, declining economic index we don't have. And we're talking about anywhere from 4 months out to 26 months, those things usually will occur before there's an actual recession.
Declining housing starts. There was a time I think everybody in the country held their collective breaths because, I mean, housing starts were off intensely.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And everybody was going, whoa, we're in trouble.
Right.
But it bounced back.
But the one thing about the financial crisis, our last recession, is that the interest rates are so low now you can borrow and build a house so that there's construction everywhere now. So that's not an issue.
One of the things, and I hear little tidbits here or I read a tidbit there and I think, you know what, that's going to impact the market. Mm-hmm. That's going to impact the market.
I know.
You know, but what happens is the market becomes a feeder receptacle.
Right.
And good news over here, for example, I'll give you an example. Mm-hmm. Is it Wendy's that has the slogan, "We've got the meat"? Is that right?
You got me on that one. I don't eat much fast food.
One
of those.
Both great products.
Oh, yeah.
They're both great products. Don't misunderstand. Well, one of them came on advertising a meatless burger.
That's right.
Well, that launched all kinds of research into how do we produce one? How do we produce one? Where do we turn?
Right.
And all of a sudden, companies and corporate entities were popping up across the nation saying, you know what? We can do that. And now it's hard to go anywhere
Without seeing
without finding it.
Right.
So the folks who bought stock in those operations
Right.
did handsomely, did they not?
Right. So Beyond Meat's the biggest one.
Yeah.
And I've had clients buy that stock, and they've done very well. Absolutely. So you got to get in. Like I have people all the time say, I bought Walmart when they were just starting out.
Yeah.
And now that you make, but then there's misses too. So you have hits and misses. So.
You bet.
Yeah.
Under the administration, the Trump administration, we have been, well, we've seen a difference
Yes.
in performance, if you will,
Yes.
of this president over presidents past. And so far, the market, when it first started from this president, the market went, did a little
Right.
dip, but it came right back.
Right.
Then it got to where, because there were so many, the market didn't even flex, didn't do anything.
Right.
Until we started toying around with these economic sanctions aimed at China
Right.
and North Korea and
Right.
different countries.
Right.
Did those have an impact?
That has the only impact right now. That's the biggest impact. Like international stocks don't do well right now. Global stocks do because that means we produce some of that here. So here's the thing. The two things people have to not worry about, in my opinion, because of research I've done, is one, presidential election years, there's only been 4 bad ones. The rest have all been good in nearly 30 years of presidential years. Impeachments, it's split. Nixon, the market went down. Clinton, the market went up. So can't even base it on the impeachment. It's things like the economic trade, and right now that's just affecting a portion of the stock market, but not all of it.
So the market remains strong.
This year, I mean, capital gains are going to be huge this year because people have made money all year. So any non-retirement accounts, you're going to probably wind up paying a lot of taxes on because you've made so much money. So yeah, I mean, it's just people worry so much about the influence the president has, but on the market, when you look at those indicators I showed, the president doesn't influence too many of those, except like you just said, you nailed it. It's the trade situation.
Okay. We've got about 2 minutes.
Okay.
It went so fast.
Of course.
I'm really sorry, Frank.
No, hey, I'm used to it. I'm used to being where you are, so I'm used to it.
You'll see the sweat.
I've seen the guests go, is that all?
Yeah, it happens frequently.
Yeah.
We have, in the remaining minute and a half, an opportunity for you to reach out and offer advice to the young ones.
Oh, yeah.
What would you say, given the chance to speak to any high school senior or graduate or college freshman?
I would say, do you want to have $1 million when you stop working or more? Then start putting away now. I don't care where you put it. Banks aren't offering a lot of interest rates, but I can certainly help with a Roth or something like that, or a 401k if your employer offers it. But don't think you can just do that later, because later means you got to put away more. And right now, give up maybe one McDonald's or whatever meal, or Starbucks. You know, any of those are fine. Just give up one a day, one a week, and put that money, $50 away a month, into an account. It'll grow. It will.
I wish someone had told me that.
I know, me too. I didn't get started until I was in my 30s. Yeah.
Now, for lunch, I'm going to Arby's.
Yeah. Nothing against those companies.
And I'm going out, I'm going to grab an Arby's, I'm going to buy, any others, just in all fairness.
Yes.
So I want anybody to think I was slamming any
No, absolutely not.
fast food makers. I'm not.
No.
I'm bragging on them.
No,
Frank,
it's like candy to me. I just have to avoid it because I eat too much.
oh, and it smells. Drive me nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming
Hey,
by.
it's great to see you
and
again.
Tell that gorgeous wife of yours, who's incredibly intelligent.
Oh, yeah.
I said hello. Terry Bowers, by the way, is this
Yes,
man's wife.
we're still together. A lot of people say, oh, you guys still together? Yeah, still together. She hasn't dumped me yet.
How many years?
23.
What's the secret?
You're asking me. Always tell her she's right.
And always put the lid down.
That's right. Oh, I just remembered. I might not have.
He can't go home again.
Uh-oh.
All right, coming up, we'll have a word or two about Oklahoma's great outdoors right after this.